Hey guys, T-Man speaking. On this video I'm going to explain how to trade Nasdaq at 3:30 New York stock opening. So without any waste of time, the main focus of the strategy, we focus on the last candlestick roll. The last candlestick roll. What I mean by this is that if the 15:15 candlestick, remember we are trading Nasdaq at 3:30, so if the 15:15 candle is bullish, we expect a bearish movement at 3:30. Then if the 15:15 candle is bearish, we expect a bullish movement at 3:30, right? But then we don't just enter our trade, right? We need to wait for a reaction first at 3:30, and then we can execute our trade at 15:31. Okay, so we have three scenarios now. So our first scenario, if we have a bullish candlestick at 15:15 and a bullish reaction at 3:30, sell without fear. Sell without fear, right? Remember, your execution time is 15:31. Second scenario, if you have a bullish candlestick at 15:15 and at 3:30, exactly at 3:30, you have a bearish reaction. This means that Nasdaq is likely to continue with the direction of the 15:15 candles. So your direction will not mainly depend on the 15:15 candle, but on the reaction at 3:30, right? Yeah, so as I have explained, we have scenario number 3. So this scenario, I'm not going to explain this one, but then if ever it gives you a problem, I'm gonna drop my number below this video. Make sure that you contact me so that I can help you regarding scenario number 3. Okay, now guys, let's move to a chart. Let's move to a chart and see what I'm talking about. Okay, here we have a Nasdaq chart. We use M15 time frame always. M15 time frame always. All right, let me open up this view. Yeah, so as you can see here, as you can see here inside this box, here's our 15:15 candlestick, right? Here's our 15:15 candlestick and is bearish. So which means in this case we expected a bullish movement exactly at 3:30, and in this case we did not have any reaction. Price just shoot up, right? So it means that if you have applied the last candlestick strategy well, you would still make money here without a rejection, because in this case there were no rejection. So if there's no reactions, it simply means that you enter your trade at exactly at 15:31, taking the direction of this candlestick, right? This candlestick. Surely your entry would have been somewhere here. Your entry would have been somewhere there. Your entry would have been somewhere there, because Nasdaq was still rejecting somewhere here before it shoot up straight. So your entry would have been somewhere there. Okay, let's move to another example. Yes, here's our 1515 candle. This is our 1515 candle. It was bearish and the movement was, and then the 15, the half past 3 candlestick was bullish, as you can see here. But then you don't just enter your trade, you first wait for a reaction. So in this case, a reaction was, there was a bearish reaction, which indicate that Nasdaq will buy. Okay, then surely your entry would have been somewhere here. All right. Okay, let's take a look at another example. Okay, now can you see scenario number 2? In this case, we have scenario number 2. This is our 1515 candle, right? And then our reaction here, we have this bullish candlestick here. So according to the last candlestick rule, in this case you're gonna expect a bearish movement, but then you don't just enter, right? You wait for a reaction first. So our reaction in this case was bearish, right? Remember what I said. I said if you have a bullish candlestick at 1515 and then you have a bearish reaction at 3:30, at 1531 you execute a buy. Okay, it present a continuation, meaning that price will, Nasdaq will continue with the direction of the 1515 candle. Okay, I hope it makes sense. Okay, so this is the second scenario explained here, and here this was the first scenario. Okay, the third scenario I didn't explain it, but then you're gonna experience it as you are trading. Okay, now let's take a look at more examples. Okay, in this case we have a Dodge candlestick at 1515. So in this case, it's advisable not to trade. Because of when you see this Dodge candlestick here at 1515, expect a rejection, high price rejection, exactly at 3:30. Okay, as you can see here, there was a rejection here. Look, price came up here and then rejected and then started dropping. Can you see that? So in this case, it's advisable not to trade when you have a Dodge candlestick, because it's unpredictable. Anything can happen. Okay, now let's take a look at another example. I hope this thing is now making sense. Back to the first scenario, right? Here at 1515 we have a bullish candlestick. And then at 3:30 we had a bullish reaction. Remember the first scenario, what I said about this thing. If you have a bullish candlestick at 1515 and a bullish reaction at 3:30, you sell without fear. Right? I hope it makes sense. Now let's go to the next example. This strategy is easy, guys. Free money from T-Man. Okay, we come to this one here. We're still having the same scenario, the first scenario. Okay, we have a bullish candlestick at 1515 a bullish reaction at 3:30, then you do what? You sell without fear. Another example. These things are happening every day. So it's a free money. Okay, here on this one, we go back to scenario number 2. Okay, the second scenario. In this case, we have a bullish candlestick. Here it is. We have a bullish candlestick at 15:15, right? And then at 3:30, we had a bearish reaction. Remember the rules in there, what I said. If you have a bullish candlestick at 15:15 and then you get a bearish reaction at 3:30, it means that Nasdaq will continue with the direction of the 15:15 candle. So in this case, you buy without fear. You buy without fear at 15:31, not exactly at 3:30. Okay, no, you wait for the reaction first, then the reaction will give you the direction. Okay, same thing here. You have a bearish candlestick at 15:50, and then you had a bullish reaction at 3:30. Then at 15:31, you sell without fear. Okay, guys, I guess it makes sense. Can you see how many examples we had here? Okay, here, last candlestick roll. Here, first scenario, second scenario. Then in this case, you don't trade. It's advisable, guys, don't trade in that case. If you have a dodge candle at 15:15, you can't tell where the direction will go. Hence the dodge candle present indecision in the market. So same thing here. Okay, I have explained it. Explained. Let me make one more example. Okay, in this case, you have a bullish movement, right? You have a bullish movement. I think this is the third scenario. Yeah, I think this is the third scenario. I'm not going to explain this. I think it's the third scenario. But then even if it's like that, you can still take advantage. You can still take advantage of this using the second scenario. Look here, we have a bullish candlestick at 15:15, right? A bullish candlestick at 15:15, right? Then we had a bearish reaction at 3:30. So which means you could have maybe entered somewhere here and ride it up there, then take your profit somewhere there or somewhere here, depending on your daily target. Okay, so when trading this strategy, you are only allowed to hold trade for 15 minutes, not more than that. If you hold it more than that, then you do it on your own risk. You're doing it on your own risk. You're doing it on your own risk. Yeah, alright guys, yeah, that's it. That's the Nasdaq strategy. That's how I milk Nasdaq every day at 3:30. This is the strategy. I use this strategy. I hope you will find this strategy useful and also make few dollars every day at 3:30. Okay guys, I wish you nothing but the best in your trading. Sharp.